world. Hello, friends and family of the RNG clan. This is RNG Arena. I'm ComputerHeat. I'm here joined by Iceman Joker on my left, which is what I'm indicating with my hands, and on my right, I am joined by Festive Long Johns. And how's it going, guys?
Most excellent.
Yeah, I'm
Enjoying
great.
myself.
Thanks for that awesome intro, man. I had a smile, really.
Yeah, so we got a game that between Sarantini and Chukunoku. They're both really good players, really highly ranked team in 2v2, and they're going up against some secret smurfs who we may accidentally divulge the identities of in the game, T-Rekt and Velocirektor. And I remember a little while ago, Velocirektor was way, way, way up in all the 1v1 ladders. I'll just say that will be a familiar name to anybody who is following the COH2 scene.
Yes. Couple of prehistoric entrepreneurs. What am I saying here? Connoisseurs. Couple of prehistoric connoisseurs playing for the Soviets. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. We don't need a countdown because we are in an observer party, so we're just gonna go. 6, 7, blah blah. We're on the same page. Got an immediate tier 1 tech combined with a tier 2 tech from Velocirektor and T-Rekt for our Soviets.
Got what's that? No double Sturms opening for the OKW player. Unfortunately, that would have been fun to watch.
Double Sturms. Who goes double Sturms these days, Iceman?
Well, I would do it on the summer version of this map, to be honest. Maybe.
Crazy non-meta player.
So one thing to note is this is a game that's post the February bug fix patch. So this supply half track of Sarantini's that's driving out of the base isn't going to be able to go knock down that pesky house just on the other side of the cutoff. They removed the building crush ability from those, but looks like Sarantini's read the patch notes and it's just taking a break over on the bridge.
Yeah, maybe he just drove it out and then like in the middle of the bridge he thought, oh well, or something, right?
Yeah.
This is not working. This is not working anymore.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, let me tell you what, every path has its puddles. Okay, little thing I learned. And, you know, it was once a valuable tool for the OKW, but now it's just not so much. You're just going to have to get used to it.
I think the expression you're looking for is that dog just ain't gonna hunt. Anyway, Sarantini, he rushed his Stern Pioneers all the way down to the fuel point and jumped them in the house, so T-Rekt discovered them with his combat engineers and just decided to back off. And that's gonna let the Axis claim that for themselves. RNG Arena, #1 source. Good old folks telling good old jokes.
You might hear some wise wisdom from the folks who wrote the book Butter My Butt and Call Me Biscuit by Alan Zulo and Gene Cheek. Boy, I tell you what, you need some life advice there. That's the book for you, and I'm going to drop some nuggets of wisdom on you today. You could take them or leave them. I don't know how you're going to interpret it, but to each their own, as they say.
Oh, I get an MG out for Chukunoku, just to get back on the game again.
I see. We're not concerned with my nuggets of wisdom. We're here to talk about the game. I understand that. I appreciate that.
Oh man. So yeah. Okay. Gotta put my game face on. Sarantini's about to go kill some T-Rekt's combat engineers, so playing really, really aggressive with his Stern Pioneers, does manage to kill them. He's going to be able to take that territory for himself. Well, we see T-Rekt probably... No, he doesn't have Molotovs upgraded. See T1, he's got his M3 coming up onto the field. Although they're now, you know, all dressed up to the party and no one to dance with the... Aha, so you have to pull another one out with those combat engineers dying, so they're going to be sans flamers.
And actually, it's quite crucial because right now there isn't much to do with the M3. Like, Chukunoku went with 2 Grants and MG and Mortar, so basically the Grants are pretty much what's holding it off. And it's only 2 of them, so if he'd had the Flamer now, it could have a higher impact, I'd say.
Combat engineers are just made it into the map border, so they're now upgradable, and I'm frantically clicking the flamethrower upgrade button, but it's doing nothing. There we go. The M3 will probably be driving back to go pick up its cargo in a moment. Meanwhile, in the center of the map, there's machine guns shooting at machine guns, and Chukunoku is trying to get a flank over on Velocirektor's church.
Yeah, 3-man Grenadier squad is going to take a little while to clear that Maxim out of the church, but the 2 conscripts on the right that are pushing up towards the middle VP are now being flanked by Sarantini's stern pilots.
Oh,
these trucks might go down. Lose the cons. He does.
Yeah.
Nice mortar hit there. Oh, and it is a second stern pioneer building from Sarantini.
What do you know, Iceman?
Who called it?
You called it. I'll never second guess you ever again.
Yes. Oh, there comes the Flamer finally. There we go. Let's see some action of this. He really got to make use of it because he lost a conscript and an NG already. So
Chukunoku
really
is going in for the Faust. If he gets it off, the M3 might go down. It does.
Gets it off. Oh, wow. Look at
And
that was
kills
a pretty
3
awesome
models of the
drift right
combat
there.
injury squad.
And that's a cons, a combat NG and an M3 dead already. He's down to 3 squads in the almost the 6 minutes. So yeah,
Wow.
that was kind of a beating, really.
Yeah, it leaves the
Yeah.
M3 to get salvaged very quickly by Sarantini. I wonder if Sarantini and Chukunoku are aware of the caliber of players they're going up against, or if they just think it's a couple of, who knows, nobodies. I've never heard of these guys. Apparently they're somebody. I don't know who they are, but they're somebody. That means
Word on the
something,
street,
right?
anyway.
Word on the street. Yeah, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but it is
So
something.
Sarantini's gotten his tier 2 up, and he's about to get himself a flak half track, and he's going to need that to get the map control back under control. Yeah, map control under control. I think you all know what I'm talking about.
Synonym dictionary up in here. I find myself doing that all the time, but not just when I'm speaking, but when I'm writing. That's pretty shameful. So you got Sarantini with the Shrek squad. First Shrek is nice. Doesn't have too much to worry about with double Soviets now. The M3 is likely not going to get rebuilt at this point, now that the AT is starting to hit the field. The flak track, though, is going to be a challenge to deal with. It's rolling up, setting up right now. That Maxim's in danger. They're all clumped up.
Yeah.
Insta-pinned. Good lord.
Wow, down to 2 men. They got to pick it up already.
Flak track's so dirty.
Oh, there
Oh
you
my
go. That's
god.
going down. Wow.
No chance.
Oh.
Just no chance.
It leaves them up with the choice of either salvaging it or taking it for own purpose.
Wow.
I probably,
very
I mean,
nice.
since they don't have any, they have. Oh, they are 2 MG 42s. That's it. So they might just want to salvage it.
Yeah, and T-Rekt has now researched AT grenades. He has a conscript in range, but the half-track's already set up. They're going to try and skirt around line of sight.
Yep.
And the half-track's going to attack ground and might get a suppress anyway. Urai Teenade might get this here, but Sarantini's going to back off. And this conscript squad is kind of in a tricky situation. Looks like he might go for a
We
sneaky
got it.
Teenade here.
Got a doctrine choice by Velocirektor, but it's unless someone might think it's not guards, it's shocks. It's actually shock motors. So basically the ISU doctrine with the shocks in it.
Very nice. The ISU, which now has the HE/AP rounds toggled, was a change they came up with a while ago. A T-gun is now being positioned in front of this cutoff along with the Maxim, so really going to deal with a lot of pretty much everything that the Axis have to offer. It's a well-positioned AT gun, so the mortar...
Wow.
Also,
Are you
please see-
seeing how fast the health bar is going back up on this flak track?
Yeah.
From the double stern pioneers.
I wanna see
Sarantini's been
enough
really,
minesweepers.
really good about being very careful with this flak half track. He's expecting there to be mines everywhere, and he already avoided one and managed to destroy it with attack ground after revealing it with his minesweepers. That thing is just being followed around by a little repair team.
Yeah,
The
we
first
also
shock
see, I
troops
mean,
have been discovered. Mhm.
I don't know if it was on purpose, but actually T-Rekt picked up the Maxim that got dropped by Velocirektor, and that's actually a smart move because T-Rekt has lost some squads, and he has less squads than his teammates, so he can just pick that one up and to get a little more into the game, and at the same time his mates' manpower just doesn't get drained that hard from having
Yeah.
another unit, so it's actually smart to do that. We also
I
see
think
tier
we're
3
also at
going
the
up.
point where he's going to be at real diminishing returns from his tier 1. But oh, big grenade down on the bottom of the
Wow.
map, pops a flamethrower. But yeah,
Wow,
so I
yeah.
think the tier 1 at this point is really just going to allow him to tech up if he wants to, but I don't see him doing that.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice,
just
this barrage there. Ice, what were you gonna say?
no, it's just it's his mate who's taking actually up. I mean, it fits to tier 2 building, but actually what ComputerHeat said is just completely right. His mate went tier 1, so I would encourage taking a bit more since it's not that not expensive.
He's actually taking Molotovs right now, which is going to set back any kind of tech that they want to go for. And I would think that, you know, if your teammates gone tier 2 and tier 3, that you might want to go tier 4 and get yourself a Katyusha, because they're very, very strong on this map.
Yeah. I see guard motor for T-Rekt chosen. That's a pretty solid combo. Mark vehicle plus ISU plus T-3045s is really nice way to go for. Also guards already called in. No, it's the mortar.
120
my
millimeter
bad, yeah.
mortar.
Yeah, brutal on every map. Brutal on this map, especially. Probably
Look
a
at
good choice.
this. Velocirektor is getting a fast T70. We got a 10-minute T70 and nothing really for the Axis to deal with aside from a Shrek and a single Raketin. And they might be able to make some progress with this. Smoke grenade going in from the shocks to guard from the AA half-track, which takes an 18A from the conscripts. And the AT gun is now moving in to force it off further. These shocks have the cover of smoke. They should be fine. The AA half-track is going to set up and negate any sort of infantry pressure that attempts to push. But that AT gun, awfully close. One shot might clear it. Oh, point blank barrage with a mortar. Oh, man.
What was that secondary explosion?
That was
the
a
mortar.
That was
mortar.
the mortar. That was some RNG right there, man. That would be the right time for you to get in some, what you call it, words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. You know what they say about that? The sun don't shine on the same dog all the time. That's what they say.
That's quite fitting.
Well, you know these words of wisdom, they're timeless. I tell you what, boy. I got little nuggets of wisdom all game long. You just let me know when you want to hear, but I'll drop the knowledge. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we've got quite the push here. The T-70 takes a few Shrek shots and is forced to back off. They're getting some quick repairs. The AT gun is awfully low in this 120 millimeter. Or no, actually, wow. Sarantini's down to just 2 infantry squads, and the 82 millimeter mortar already has 7 kills.
Sarantini's also floating quite a bit of manpower, so I don't know if he's trying to hold out to get something in particular, but yeah, I think he's definitely lost at least 1 Stern Pioneer squad. I don't know if he got more than the 2 Volks Grenadiers, to be honest.
So this position of mortars in the middle is really nasty for the OKW and the Austere. They really need to start thinking about some indirect fire. We don't have a doctrine choice yet from either of our Axis players, but they do have some options. The infiltration tactics can be really good at rapidly clearing out mortars and MG teams. And
Sarantini is also 1 fuel away now from being able to get himself a walking Stuka if he wants.
Yeah.
And check that out. We see an M5 half-track from Velocirektor. I really like to see that, especially in this situation. So many weapon teams and infantry in the middle that could reinforce from that and benefit. Really nice choice over there. Like to see.
Definitely.
Yeah, and on top of the fact that he's floating some munitions, and he'll likely upgrade it with the anti-infantry capability, or the flak on top of it. Actually doubles his AA and AI, so let's see what he does with it.
T-70's got a good opportunity to do a bunch of damage on a Grenadier squad that's retreating up at the top of the map, but it looks like Velocirektor's not going to try to get excessively bold with that.
Yeah, he's not going for it, apparently. Also, we don't see any tech from Chukunoku. He's just getting out and pack gun. Maybe he's going to save up for some kind of call-in. He has enough fuel to take up, but yeah, it's not really looking like he's going for it. And I can understand that.
I wonder if he's trying to figure out what the commanders are, because I see that he has close air support, in his commander loadout, and kind of the prediction with the recent changes in the patch that we're going to see a whole lot of counterattack tactics with Soviets, countered by close air support. And if you don't know why, I recommend you go read the patch notes.
Yep. It's. I feel like any doctrine with a Stuka barrage is going to be viable this patch, just based on that counterattack tactics change alone.
Yep.
Jaeger armor is also capable of doing the howitzer insta-gib.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
dirty
pretty
deed.
much. I mean, the doctrine is really flexible overall. Like, if you don't need an elephant, you can just tech for whatever you want. It's really good doctrine, I'd say, for team games.
Got a commander choice now from Sarantini. Has decided to go Luftwaffe and has called in his first squad of Fallschirmjägers.
Oh yeah.
The T-70's been surprisingly ineffective. 0 kills so far. Been on the field for about 4 minutes now. So it has forced retreats, but the Axis have done a good job of mitigating the impact of the first shock unit from the Allies.
Yeah, I don't really
ridiculous.
like the T-70s so much on this map. I mean, I really like T-70s. I don't like them so much on Samosky. I like them. Moscow outskirts are great on there, but I find this map just to be a little bit too claustrophobic. Wow, nice shock grenade over on the right side of the map.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the T-70, it's line of sight that it can provide as well. It's not quite as useful as it is in some of the others with longer sight lines. And the flanking
one
one
thing I
provide.
find that the T-70 useful for is on the left side of the map, a lot of times Axis players can get a little bit greedy with their capping units. They will try and harass the left fuel, the left munitions, and that's a really long open retreat path for a mobile unit like the T-70 to do some work. And 1v1s especially, where you don't have your partner to make up for the extra units there to defend it. In 1v1s, T-70 can be really, really brutal on this map. But I admit, on 2v2s, there's so many vehicle snares rolling around. It definitely does make it hard to chase things all the way back to the base.
That's probably like the
Biscut.
best spot to use it on that side. Also, I think that like the problem in the middle and on the right is that there's so much cover, not even green cover, but cover in general, and T-70 like hits that cover really often instead of the units behind it.
I agree with you on that one there. And honestly, we're seeing some really good pressure from the Allies overall. They've done a really, really great job of controlling the middle of the map. We now see them recrewing a Raketten.
Nice.
The support weapon's natural enemy has arrived, though. Sarantini's got himself a walking Stuka, and it's just waiting for an adjacent target.
And
Yeah,
they
I mean,
got plenty
basically
of
just gotta shoot in the middle, and he's gonna hit
it's
somewhere.
about to fire.
Something. Look at that. There's 3 mortars waiting for it.
I'm guessing it's in the middle.
Yeah, for sure. There you go.
Blood for the blood god!
Instantly retreats all of the mortars.
But it didn't like there was a 120mm, so can retreat with 1 man. That was lucky for him. Normal
It was
water would have
a
been
bit of
dead
a
over
panic retreat, honestly. I mean, he's got the quad in the middle, so the other mortar is just sticking around and has already gotten back up to 6 men.
there. Agreed.
Yeah, that.
And two 220mm mortars is pretty nasty. That's just gonna. I mean, now it's you can counter with the Stuka since it's on the field now, but before that it's just pain probably to play against, I imagine.
Yeah, the M5 half-track is a great unit to... did they change the name on that? Since when was it the ZSU M17
No, it's
GMC? I don't...
It's that name when you equip the flag on it.
Has
Like
it
normally
always
it's the
been like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
normally it's the M5, but when it equips that, it's I think the ZSU whatever. That's the name of the gun or something.
Real talk, though, it's called the quad.
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly.
T-Rekt is going up to try to decap all of the territories once again. He's been setting up conscript squads over to the top of the map over by the mechanized regiment headquarters throughout the game. At this time, there's not a squad of Panzer Grenadiers to meet them, so I think he's going to disconnect the territories. There's a squad of Grenadiers from Chukunoku coming back to try to chase them away.
And check out that Maxim, it's pinned, so there's no gunner at all in it, and all the crewmans are dead. Well, the other ones are trying to kind of sneak up to it. It's really cool.
I think the quad was a great choice against the Stuka. It's going to really allow his weapons teams to stay on the field despite getting potentially wiped by the Stuka. It is probably going to wipe the veterancy, but vet on support weapons isn't quite as important as it is on standard infantry units.
Yeah.
And this conscript squad's going for the decap, but they're going to be forced off.
You can also recruit them immediately. You don't have to retreat the support weapon after you recruit it with conscripts or something, because you can then reinforce both in the field. That's another thing that's gonna...
Stuka firing! Oh, not firing.
Now
firing. There we go. Teasing us. I'm curious to see how the quad will do against the inevitable.
Wow.
Oh my god! Against the inevitable Shrek blob. Oh.
Here's the
Shudder.
push. Go, go, go. See, the thing is with the
They
with
don't
the
have
M5,
a lot of pushing power.
Right, like if you don't push it immediately after that Stuka barrage, they're just going to reman the weapon crews and be right back where they started, minus a little bit of manpower.
But, you know, T-Rekt nearly has enough manpower to call in his first set of T-3045s. He's got plenty of fuel, and same thing for Velocirektor. He's just waiting to get his ISU right now. He could even call in another vehicle and still be safe in terms of fuel, although I think pop cap would probably become an issue at that point.
Yeah, but also you see Chukunoku choose the Lightning War with the Tiger and the Stuka close air support, and that's probably, I mean, it's a great thing against armor in general, of course, but against the ISU it's really good because it's something that can easily reach it and also can finish it off really easily if you manage to block it or something or get an engine damage off. Might be like, I can really understand that choice. It's a good choice against the ISU.
T-70 managed to chase off a squad of Volksgrenadiers on the left, and I'm a little surprised he's not pursuing it, because he does have vision over closer to the mechanized regiment headquarters. You probably wouldn't be able to get the squad wipe on retreat. I mean, T-70 is awesome at doing that, and basically if you retreat a squad in front of it and it's not like Vet 3, then it will get killed on its way back.
Yeah, I'd say the north side is a pretty severe disadvantage. It's really hard to hold the munitions in the south, and the Allies are doing a really good job of just clogging up the middle with lots of support weapons and using that T-70 in the open fields on the north to deny that section of the map. I think the Axis were a little bit slow to recognize their need for indirect fire against light support weapons, and it might be a little too late.
It's just the Falchi Mega Squad getting wiped by 120mm mortar. Also another flamer NG flamer exploded.
Oh, Molotov going into the pack over by the bridge is trying to rotate to get in some shots with the T-3045s. It's probably going to get burnt to death, or at least forced to move.
Man,
Oh, now the T-70's coming in on the flanks to try to attack the walking Stuka, but that is a tanky bit of indirect fire. It's not going to go down. It takes like 10 shots from a T-70 to kill that thing.
Going on for the T-34, but it doesn't do anything. The captain hits it, but it does a random engine damage instead of killing it.
Oh! T-70 clears the pack on its way out. May be able to kill this a couple other squads as they retreat too.
Wow.
Velocirektor's gonna chance it. Another squad. Kill another squad.
Good lord.
Oh, and the Shreks both miss from max range. He turns on crew repairs and drives off, but pathing maybe the end of him.
And look at it bolt.
With the pack.
What a steal.
And the pack misses the shot against the T-70.
Look at that bold field repair with the T-34 over there. Like, that's really forward. Like, the Puma could really strike him if he managed to get close to that thing. I mean, he has an engine damage on it, but still, he probably would have managed to get it away from the front. It's just really risky.
Now Shrek's
It's a brand new Puma.
Yeah. The flag track is still alive. That's cool. Vet 2, 15 kills almost. Vet 3.
Yeah, the Axis have lost a significant portion of their infantry at this point. Chukunoku's down to the one Grand Squad. He's got a couple MGs and a mortar.
He's gonna have a Tiger in a second, though.
That's true. That is true. Stuka firing.
For that Tiger to make much of an impact, though, it's going to take some really exceptional play and luck and teamwork from the Axis.
Yeah, just the fact alone that T-Rekt managed to steal a Pack 40 is just huge.
Yeah,
Like,
that
the
and
fact
Sarantini's now sunk a significant amount of fuel into Tier 2 vehicles. Tier 2 vehicles means that any major heavy tech from him is going to be really delayed. He's at 34 fuel right now. So we're not going to be seeing a King Tiger or a Panther for some time.
He's been spending so much fuel on Tier 2 vehicles that... what was the last time you saw this? That we're almost 24 minutes into a game, into a 2v2 of all things, and Sarantini only has one tech building up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it just goes to show how much pressure the Allies have been putting on this whole game.
Check out the big bad boy in the middle. Man, look at that. That's actually an awesome combo. We got a vet-free T-70 spotting for an ICU. Like,
beautiful. Let's turn on the fog of war there.
It's just amazing.
Wow, crazy vision.
Look at
if we turn the fog
look
of
at
war
the
on.
vision, yeah. That's pretty insane indeed. Like, he can spot the whole leg and even...
Whoa! Plane just crashed into the church almost. I think it killed something from...
Yeah, almost
it destroyed the 120mm mortar, I think.
Well, that'll help. Just a little
just killed
bit.
A couple of crewmen.
Yeah. Yeah, the Axis need everything they can at this point. Oh wow! Bombing run goes in on the house there. What did they wipe? The Raketten?
No, the mortars basically. I think maybe there was a Raketten in it, but definitely the mortars.
Oh boy!
Man, that combo is just brutal. He's just able to spot everything with the T-70. Check that out.
Oh!
Look at that. Yeah, he's like.
Oh wow! He just wiped two full support teams though. What was that? That was a mortar and a Zis gun are now down.
Yeah, you can just recruit them though. That's the thing with the half track. Like you said earlier, it's just as long as you don't push into that, you know.
Oh, that ISU wipes the Raketten and a couple mods of the Sturms.
Yikes.
It's looking desperate here for the Axis, and the thing to keep in mind is that the Stuka will do damage to the actual gun with these support weapons. So we'll need
Tiger. Oh, there it is. I haven't seen the Tiger all game.
They made a push across the south side of the river, and there's actually unexploded teller mines. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
The teller mine just blew up right there, and
and
damage. Yeah, I'm not sure what gave that damaged engine. Was it a conscript squad through an AT grenade?
Conscript 18-8 to the rear, and now the T-34. It's only one. Yeah. If he'd had both of them, he might be able to roll the Tiger with Mark vehicle, but he only has one available. The other one is, well, nicely set, low health.
At this point, the Allies have such a strong advantage. They can just hold on to what they've got. They've got 488 VPs to less than 80 for the Axis. They just need to not make any mistakes.
Oh wow! Check that T-70
this
out.
T-70 is just doing work.
Yeah.
Just like two
oh my
on
god! Yeah.
The rolling sniper.
He's down to a Vet 2 MG and 2 Pios, that's it. And the Tiger, of course.
Wow, the beautiful T-70 almost gets wiped by the first strafe.
The strafe got shot down by the AA half-track.
Instantly? What?
Oh yeah, first pass.
Yeah,
there's
like
only one
the
plane
run.
from that one, isn't there?
Yes,
Yep,
exactly.
Crashed over by T-Rekt's headquarters.
Well, that wasn't worth the 200 munitions.
Yeah, there you go. AA half-track paying off in more than one way this game.
Yep. And or I mean, if you got some kind of AA vehicle like that, just immediately hit halt, and it'll have more opportunities and have more accuracy when firing against the plane. So unless you're trying to run all the way back to your base to get away from it, that's the way to do it.
Oh, interesting, man. Pro tips over here. I didn't even know that. Keep that in mind. I'd probably driven out with that thing, to be honest. But yeah, it makes sense to me.
So kind of last-ditch attempt to just hold the right VP by the Axis here. That's all they're trying to hang on to, but they can't even keep the munitions connected because the Allies are doing such a good job with the medium vehicles here, denying the cutoff. So it's really, it's looking desperate here for Sarantini and Chukunoku, who, by the way, are both very experienced 2v2 players. They've a 2v2 team that have been together for a while now. Really good knowledge of the game. Simply just
they've
harassed.
Playing with each other, I think, for at least a year now. So they really, I don't know.
Pride of the Netherlands.
Yep. Oh, that Tiger's about to hit a mine right there. Oh no, he's dodging it barely.
Oh, there's a bombing strike coming in on the right, and it annihilates a Raketenwerfer.
Well, the fact that they are putting bombing strikes on Raketens is only showing how good they're doing in
quite a
missions and
luxury.
resources. Yeah.
I want to point out Sarantini's Stuka has gotten 65 kills so far this game.
Yeah, and how much more, like how much of an impact has it had? Look at how many support weapons they've still got.
Exactly. That's the half
Wow.
that just completely negated that effect. Not wow.
Down to 25
half
points.
track
They're going
finally
for
done.
Tiger's in trouble.
You've got
got
four
more
T-34s
coming,
rolling in.
That Tiger's dead.
It's marked.
Come on.
He goes for a ram on the. Oh my god! And it's still alive.
It's still abandoned?
No, it was abandoned and he rammed it, and then it was a crew shock and it's still going.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. The crew shock that is on the crew that isn't even in the tank anymore.
Oh man. Well,
Krupp steel.
not that it mattered, but always funny to see.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a dominating performance by the Allied team.
It really was.
And I think we did not reveal their Smurf identities, so good on us.
Hey-o. You're gonna have to do some digging, viewers. We aren't gonna tell you, but.
Oh no! Wait. I'm not gonna reveal it, but I'm just gonna put my finger on the T-70 ICU play. That's just what I'm saying. Nothing more.
Yeah, that's characteristic.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
That's a fair hint. I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Well, the Paleolithic enthusiasts won this one in a dominating fashion. Sarantini and Chukunoku, who is actually who's that? El Chino on the forums.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah. They both really. I mean, this is a tough map to play as Axis, I'll admit, but a hell of a performance there from the Allied players. Double Soviets demonstrating that it is still quite strong. It was a fun one. It's a little bit lopsided, but still enjoyed the cast.
I enjoy seeing, strategy well executed by good players. It doesn't need to be back and forth to be a good replay.
I agree.
Yes. It was just well played overall. Like the early game was a bit sloppy by one of the Soviet guys, but the other one, the rest of the game was just pretty much outstanding.
I do apologize for my camera work. It's a little bit tough to cover 2v2s, especially when there's that much action, but I did my best. And hopefully you got the gist of how dominating that performance was. So appreciate you guys watching. ComputerHeat, thanks once again for joining us. Always a pleasure.
My pleasure as well.
And,
I'm sure I can come up with something that doesn't involve pleasure in it to describe that, but it is a privilege and an honor to be invited.
Well, thank you. We're flattered.
Yes.
Ice, any final words to note?
Yeah, thanks again for tuning in. Finally, we were able to show you another 2v2, which was really fun to watch. Like, normally I prefer 1v1s over 2v2s to cast, but this one was just great to watch. A lot of fun.
All right, guys. Until next time, we will see you later.